Well, hello, brothers. Welcome to Phi Gamma Delta's Giving Day. On the screen with me is Glenn Moore, who is the chairman of the Phi Gamma Delta Educational Foundation. Many of you know Glenn. He is a Texas Tech graduate, class of 1984. And my name is Ben Robinson, and I'm the executive director of the Educational Foundation, Hampden-Sydney College, class of 1986. On May 1st, Phi Gamma Delta began to celebrate its 175th anniversary. What an amazing number for an organization. There aren't too many of us out there. Today, Glenn and I want to spend just a few minutes to share with you updates on things that are happening within the foundation and Phi Gamma Delta. And you may also see a video on our web pages today from Bill Honeycutt, who is the Archon president, and Rob Cadill, who is the executive director of the fraternity. So we're going to let Glenn start us off today, just sharing some views that he has as chairman of the foundation. Glenn?
Thank you, Ben. Significant anniversaries such as ours are wonderful opportunities to look back at our past history while also taking a moment to look forward. It's hard to believe that 175 years ago, in an era where there weren't any cars, wasn't any electricity, that 6 college students would come together at Jefferson College, meet by candlelight in John Templeton McCarty's room at Old Fort Armstrong, and create an organization founded on the values of friendship, knowledge, service, morality, and excellence that would go on to spread across campuses across the United States and Canada, and we would initiate more than 200,000 brothers. Its success can both be considered improbable and inspiring. It's my honor to serve as the chairman of the Phi Gamma Delta Educational Foundation. It was founded in 1945 to provide support to our undergraduate brothers and to the fraternity's mission. In the past 10 years alone, the foundation has awarded over $5.2 million in scholarships to over 12,000 brothers across the U.S. and Canada, and provided an additional $3.1 million in additional support for the fraternity's educational programs. And the only reason this has happened is because of our brothers of all ages that have contributed their hard-earned dollars to the foundation so that it can make a difference in the lives of our undergraduate brothers. Our donors make it possible for hundreds of our undergraduate brothers to remain in school and participate in their chapters' activities fully every year because of the scholarships that they fund. Our donors also make it possible for the fraternity to provide meaningful educational programs to our undergraduates as they navigate ever-changing campus environments, while also providing them with the skills that they'll need to be successful later in life. So to all of our donors, I want to say thank you. You are making a huge difference in the lives of our undergraduate brothers, whether it's providing a $2,500 persistence scholarship to a brother in need, or helping fund a grant to the fraternity that supports their mental health. None of this would be possible without you. So thank you again. If you haven't ever made a contribution to the foundation, I hope that you'll consider doing so today as we celebrate the 175th year of our fraternity's founding. Tuition costs continue to skyrocket. The number of brothers seeking financial assistance is increasing. And that's why I'm asking you to pay it forward and to give back with a tax-deductible gift to the Phi Gamma Delta Educational Foundation. It will allow future generations of our undergraduate brothers to have as meaningful a fraternity experience as you did. Your gift, no matter what the size, will make a difference. And with that, I'll ask Ben to give a further update on the foundation.
You know, Glenn, you're talking about the founding story, and that really is an amazing story. And I think that's one of the strengths of Phi Gamma Delta is our story over the years has been amazing. For 175 years, we've had amazing brothers walk through the portals of Phi Gamma Delta. And, you know, when a young man joins Phi Gamma Delta, a lot of times he may be joining just for friendships. He's met someone on a college campus and and they got to know each other real well. And he decided to join this thing called a fraternity called Phi Gamma Delta. But when a young man enters our chapter hall, he's probably a young man. He may be a little immature, but over the next 3 to 4 years, he's going to learn and grow on college campuses and in Phi Gamma Delta. And so today I want to share some of the things that we do as a fraternity and as a foundation to help build our young members into men, so that when they leave and go out into the world, they're going to be contributing members of society. So I want to mention a couple things. When we were in school, there were phrases and terms that we use, slogans within Phi Gamma Delta. One of those was "friendship, the sweetest influence," and that continues to be so important to all of us. But we also have the values of Phi Gamma Delta, and those, Glenn mentioned it, but those are friendship, knowledge, service, morality, and excellence. And as I think about a young man's walk through his 3 or 4 years in the chapter, I want to try to relate some of those values to really how we are trying to develop that young man. So friendship, we really talked about that. Friendship, but knowledge, in the area of knowledge, the foundation, as Glenn mentioned, has issued, and this year we're going to issue close to $500,000 in scholarships to our undergraduate members. That's so important because the reason that we're in school is to obtain knowledge and to become wiser through that process. But these scholarships help to defer the cost of education. And Glenn mentioned the Persistent Scholarship, which is a brand new scholarship. We introduced it last year. It's a need-based scholarship. The award is $2,500. And this coming year, we hope, we plan to issue over 85 of those, which will be an increase from last year. And so, brothers, as we think about knowledge, there are other things that we do within Phi Gamma Delta that really strengthens that knowledge base. One of those is going to be in the area of leadership. And the fraternity and foundation spend a lot of time and a lot of money educating our brothers on phrases and terms like building courageous leaders. How do we do that? How do we take what happens within a chapter and use those examples as ways to help our brothers understand how to lead through testing times in their lives, testing points as we call them. And so the fraternity educates brothers on leadership opportunities, the way to lead others and to lead themselves. One of the things that the foundation does is we have a 4-day, what we call a Leadership Institute. And that Leadership Institute does not cost the chapter or the attending brother anything. The foundation covers that. We're going to have 160 members attending this year at no cost to them. That'll take place in Lexington this summer. We also talk about our value of service. Service is extremely important. Teaching our brothers how to serve others in ways that can assist their lives is important. As a matter of fact, the fraternity, the last several years, the fraternity has accumulated over 1 million service hours from its undergraduate members. I mean, that's an amazing number. They also raise money to help local charities. And so in the service area, I think we do an outstanding job. Morality really is one where we're teaching young men to use their values, the ones that we have as a fraternity, but also the ones that they grew up with, to guide their lives. And so morality, we spend a tremendous amount of time talking about things like prevention of hazing and really how we respect other people. We also spend a lot of time talking about mental health, having discussions about that and how we need to be watching out for other brothers who have needs in those areas. Health and human services include things like alcohol education, which is obviously important, and reduction of harm when it comes to our members that are participating in, if they choose to drink or something like that, how they can protect themselves. So these are some of the things that the foundation does. And of course, excellence. If you wrap all of those values together and you bundle them up into a member of Phi Gamma Delta, we have excellence. And of course, we strive for excellence in all of the things that we do. So the foundation and the fraternity every year evaluate their programs to see, are these working? If they're not, we try to find better programs, or if we have to tweak them, we do that. And so when it comes time for us to do that, brothers, your gifts help us to look at those programs and find the best programs that we can offer to our undergraduate brothers, and then find a lot of volunteers who are extremely important to what we do in Phi Gamma Delta, but find those volunteers to help deliver those programs and to make sure that those programs are being carried out on our chapters and in our chapter houses. So today, on this Giving Day, we want to encourage you to make a gift, as Glenn said. And you can do so by visiting phigamgivingday.org. If you don't remember that, just go to the phigam.org website and it'll be plastered all over that board. But while you're there, there are a lot of things that you can do. You can see how much brothers have given and the number of brothers. Some chapters and some individuals have created challenges, financial challenges, or matching gifts to encourage you to give. You'll also see some stories about things that are going on in Phi Gamma Delta and some other videos. So I encourage you to visit that. Obviously, if you want to call our headquarters at 859-255-1848, we can accommodate gifts that way as well. Overall, brothers, we are excited that we are celebrating our 175th anniversary and our birthday. We thank you for what you do. Your gifts make an impact in brothers' lives. Your generosity funds all of the programs, and your involvement really encourages us to press on. And that's as important as anything. So brothers, thank you.